like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Wow. All right. Where am I? Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this evening the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Detroit Tigers in Grapefruit League play. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Sorry, a little bit distracted right when we're going on the air here. I just saw the news regarding Grayson Rodriguez. We'll talk about that. Let me just get through this intro real quick. And we've got some injury news to talk about, unfortunately, before first pitch, and probably talk about it a little more as the game goes on. The one thing you want to avoid in the spring, more than you want to see a guy slumping at the plate or a guy struggling with command on the mound, is star players going down with injuries and not ready for opening day. But again, details to come. First of all, let me just say hello to those that are brand new to my channel. Thanks for finding me, and give it a chance, why don't you? If you're an Orioles fan or just a baseball fan in general, this is a good channel to find. I do live coverage of Orioles baseball, all the games, play-by-play and commentary. Started this channel up last season, did all 162 regular season games, postseason games, exhibition games, anything that's televised. I sit here and I provide an alternative way to follow the Orioles, where I can relay you all the information if you're not able to watch it yourself, or maybe you're driving around, whatever the case may be. Great place to come for Orioles baseball coverage. So do yourself a favor, if you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen and join the BirdWatcher community. You can see our sub count up there. We're well over halfway to 5,000 subscribers. The vast majority of those numbers coming from last season. So that is the goal this year, to get to 5,000. Heck, we might blow past that goal come All-Star break. Who knows? But trying to keep it realistic. But yeah, do that if you haven't done it already. And please, those who are here and subscribed or not, go ahead and hit that like button. This game is not starting for about another 10 minutes. All right, so where do I begin? Let's start with slightly positive news, shall we? Because the rest of it's not going to be so positive. In terms of banged up Orioles, the list is growing, and I'm getting a little bit concerned because a lot of these players are pretty damn important. The one piece of good news to report is that in last night's ball game, or yesterday afternoon's, was it in the evening? It might have been in the evening. Yeah, I think it was in the evening. Jordan Westburg returned to the lineup after having some back issues. Turns out apparently the Airbnb he's staying in had a mattress that was just too soft for his liking, and it gave him some back problems. I totally understand with that. If you sleep on the wrong bed, it totally jacks up your back. And Westburg was back in the lineup yesterday. He's not in the lineup tonight, so they are going to give him tonight off. I guess don't want to. He took about a week off. I think it was the very first game of the spring that he was in, and we haven't seen him since. So he's been out for over a week. And with that first game back, they probably just want to be extra precautious, sit him tonight, and then get him back in there tomorrow. But Westburg should be good to go for opening day, barring another setback. Gunnar Henderson, that mystery right soreness, that when it was first reported, all the tea leaves were telling me anyway that it was nothing to be worried about. It would just be a matter of a few days out. They're not even going to go get an MRI. These are things that, give you the clues to lead you to the logical conclusion that Gunner's not going to be out for very long. Well, there have been some more recent updates with quotes on Gunner's condition, and now the Orioles brass is saying something more to the effect of, we hope that he's ready for opening day. We really think he's going to do it. We think he's got a shot, but what they're not saying is that he will be, which means we have to assume there's a chance he will not be, which is really concerning. And it makes me wonder why the Orioles reported it as being such a minor issue at the beginning, because clearly it's not. This is nothing minor at this point. This is our star player. He is the linchpin to our offense, which is our strong suit. Losing pitching doesn't help when you're already looking for an ace to fill out your staff, but when you have an area of the team where you excel in, which for us, when we're going good anyways, are hitting, well, you lose your best hitter. That has a trickle-down effect throughout the entire lineup. So we're going to have to wait, cross our fingers on Gunner. And I tell you, if this does stretch into the regular season, I'm going to have to start asking questions about how the Orioles handled this. Because, this has been well over a week since it began, and if it does stretch into the regular season, we're talking about a month out of action. That is not, that is an injury. That is not a precautionary, let him rest it up and get back in there kind of a thing. So we'll see how that goes. But we've got even more concerning. I can't even speak. Tyler O'Neill is feeling better. He's got some left rib cage soreness. He hopes to return to the lineup this weekend. So Tyler O'Neill is battling a little bit of a niggle. He had an illness that kept him out of action last week. Now, when here a player has an illness, especially when you can kind of sense that's going around the club, that's not too concerning. But with Tyler O'Neill, this is a guy you bring in, you sign a free agent contract with, knowing already that this man has an injury history. And this sort of injury is the kind that I can just see happening several times over the season, and that's why it's so difficult for this guy to play a full season healthy. Left rib cage soreness. He says he's feeling better, but more tough news. But here's the kicker. This was just reported by Jake Rill about 45 minutes ago. Yesterday, Grayson Rodriguez was reported as having a triceps issue. Which, if you're going to have a problem on your pitching arm, the triceps muscle is the one to worry about the least. But because it's not your elbow, it's not your wrist, it's not. But here's the deal: there's been an update, and apparently it's not just the triceps. Apparently, discomfort in the back of the elbow. Brandon Hyde's quoted as saying, Grayson Rodriguez is having discomfort in the back of his elbow, so we are still getting multiple opinions. It's not a ligament issue, so we're not concerned about that, but it's going to result in some missed time. Jake Rill quotes it as saying Rodriguez will miss some time and won't be ready for opening day. So there you go, folks. Grayson Rodriguez already being labeled as not ready for opening day. This was supposed to be the guy that could emerge as the ace to replace the non-existent one that we wish we had. It's not good news, but there is a silver lining to this particular problem, and that is this opens a pathway for Cade Povich to join the rotation immediately, breaking camp and heading up north to Toronto to begin the season. So you're looking right now at a rotation that might see Zach Eflin on opening day, and then pick your 2 through 4 between Dean Kramer, Tomoyuki Sagano, and Charlie Morton, and then Cade Povich is probably going to take that 5th spot with Albert Suarez, who, with this news, is also, he did have a better outing recently. His ERA for the spring is still at 9. You'd like to see him have a couple of more positive outings, but with Grayson going down, that definitely helps Albert's chances of staying with the team, taking that long relief role, and not getting cut in order to make room for a guy like Povich because he's been pitching so well. So there is a silver lining, but it's not the kind of thing that you feel. It's not a good trade. We need our pitchers healthy. The last thing we need is the guy, again, on the top part of our rotation going down when our rotation is the weakest part of our team. So we will stand by for further updates. We'll go over the starting lineups here in a sec. I need some coffee. All right, for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday will lead off, play second base. Ramon Arias plays third base and bats second. Ryan O'Hearn at first base. He'll bat third. I got to jump over here now for the lineup. They took it off screen. Heston Kjerstad is the he's the cleanup hitter. He's in right field. The designated hitter today is Kobe Mayo, who is now 1 for 20 on the spring. He'll bat fifth. Dylan Carlson's in left field, batting sixth. Samuel Basayo is the catcher tonight, batting seventh. Nick Gordon in center field, hitting eighth. And Livan Soto, who had a nice day at the plate yesterday and is now 7 for 15 with a couple of stolen bases on the spring. He'll bat ninth. Doing the pitching, at least to begin the night tonight, probably go about 3 innings, Dean Kramer. For the Tigers, they've got some names in here. This is a pretty standard-looking regular season lineup, maybe 1 or 2 names different. You got Trey Sweeney playing shortstop, leading off. Riley Green, very talented outfielder. He'll be in left field tonight, batting second. Gleyber Torres, free agent acquisition, formerly of the Yankees. He is their number 3 hitter, playing at second base. Kerry Carpenter, a good young hitter, left-handed bat. He's the cleanup hitter. He's in right field. Colt Keith, an emerging, he was a second baseman in his rookie season. They've pushed him over to first base in order to accommodate Gleyber Torres. Keith having a nice spring, 7 for 19 so far, hitting .368. He'll bat fifth. Spencer Torkelson will hit sixth. He was the first baseman of the future for Detroit. He's trying to find his place on the team after, disappointing returns over the past couple of years, but there he is. He's a DH in the lineup here tonight, batting sixth. Zach McKinstry, bit of a utility player. He'll be at third base tonight, hitting sixth. Dylan Dingler, the old Dingler in the lineup tonight. He'll do the catching and bat eighth. And finally, I'm going to have to click on this guy's first name because I don't know who this dude is. Ryan Kreidler, who is a shortstop by trade, but in this ball game, he's going to be playing in center field and batting ninth. All right, and again, your pitching matchups is Dean Kramer against Keider Montero. Is it Keider or Keeter? Keider. I'm going with Keider. Feel free to correct me if you'd like. Folks, it's 74 degrees in Lakeland, Florida. This is the home ballpark for the Tigers. The Orioles are the road team today. It's called Publix Field at Joker Marchant Stadium. And Oh, I thought that was first pitch already. First pitch is just moments away. So we are just about ready. Let me check back on my screen and see what the graphics are looking like. I'm going to have to move some things around once the game starts. But, yeah, we'll get it all under control. What happened here? Things are moving around. Things are getting shifty. How you guys doing there in the Charm City chat? How is everybody tonight? I hope you're doing well. Nice to do an evening game. I'm sitting here. The sunrise hasn't quite begun, but I've got my coffee. This is the time of morning that I'm okay with. I got up about 4:40 a.m. Okay, Jackson Holliday's about to step up to the plate, apparently, as you can see. Let me switch you over to here, and let me work on that scoreboard for you so that it's all nice and lined up. And we'll get underway. Looks like I'm a few seconds behind already. So sorry about that. Folks, if your game is ahead of me and my calls, you can, if you have the ability, pause your game. And then just allow me to catch up. Give me a sec to call that out or that hit or whatever you're watching. And then unpause your game and you're good to go. All right, so that's there. Wait, let me bring it back. I'm not quite done. I ain't through with you yet. All right, we'll put it over there. All right, you guys can see that scoreboard. By the way, everything's sounding okay, Charm City chat? How you guys doing? Rob, Matt, Michael, Zach, Leonard, Baxter, Mark. Jackson Holliday stepping up to the plate. JJ, how you doing? Mark, did I say your name already? Jeremiah. All right, folks, first pitch of the ball game is coming up only just now. It looks like I'm well behind with this animated scoreboard. First pitch is ball one to Jackson Holliday. Folks, we got baseball. 1-0 pitch from Montero. Off the plate, 2-0. Okay. Okay. I can get some volume on this game. Maybe I can hear the crack of the bat. 2-0 from Montero to Holliday. Swung on, and that just froze. Holliday's got himself a base hit into right field. It froze in the middle of the swing and then picked up with him on first base. And we got a replay here. That's a breaking ball. Holliday waiting back on it and pulls it into the right side on the ground between first and second. Nice piece of hitting. We've got the leadoff man on, folks. Let's not waste any time now. Ramon Urias at the plate, and he looks at a pitch for a called strike.
I have a brother.
Ramon. He was quoted in the past day or two as saying he's very impressed with some of the other infielders here in camp. Names like Livan Soto, Luis Vasquez, and our favorite guy, the Mail Machine, who I hope to see in the game later today. 0-2 count to Arias is in the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I can tell the scoreboard is ahead of me, folks. Luckily, it's just the spring, and you won't mind getting spoiled. But again, I don't know. Pay no attention to that giant scoreboard telling you everything before I do. 1-2 the count on Arias. Even though it says ball 1 on O'Hearn. Yeah, I'm way behind. There's a line drive, and that ball is down for a base hit. Holliday, can he get to third? He's going, and he is in there. First to third for Holliday. That's what I'm talking about. On a hard hit ball into center field. First and third, nobody out. Folks. Let's get a rally cooking, folks. It's time to turn and burn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
This is straight off of MLB Network, Rob. The Tigers have a broadcast team, I think, covering it, and I guess they're just taking their signal. O'Hearn takes inside for ball one on a knuckle curve from Montero. Last year, O'Hearn hit .264, 15 homers, 59 driven in. Holiday at third, Arias at first. Pitch is low. A ball and two balls and no strikes. Time for that bugle, folks. Folks, we might have to hang out over here. We might have to hang out over here for a little bit because there's just too much getting spoiled right now. There's just too much getting spoiled. That pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike. It's 2-1 on Ryan O'Hearn. Folks, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'll call it like pure radio, okay? First and third, nobody out, top of the first. And a 2-1 count on Ryan O'Hearn. Montero's pitch is fouled away. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Hearn's bat fell off during that swing. Montero throws a 4-seamer, a slider, a curveball, changeup, and sinker. Sinker not thrown all that often. Mostly fastball slider guy. Only throws the changeup about 10% of the time. And the next pitch to O'Hearn is in there for a called strike 3. O'Hearn caught looking after getting ahead 2-0 in the count. Unable to produce with runners at the corners and nobody out. That's 1 out in the inning. Next man up needs to produce. And that man will be coming in the form of, wait for it, Heston Kjerstad. First pitch to Kjerstad is low and in for ball 1. Folks, please, Charm City chat, they know what's up. When Kjerstad's hitting, please, it's like golf, all right? No sound during his backswing. That pitch is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 96-mile-an-hour heater from Montero. Kjerstad so far this spring. Where is his average at? I can't find it. To hell with it. No, it's here somewhere. 250. That's a line drive opposite field. Base hit down the left field line. Holiday can walk home. Let's see where Arias winds up. He is at... Where is he? How did he only go to second base? How did Arias not go first to third on a ball hit down the line all the way to the wall? I mean, I know it's left field. All right, it didn't go all the way to the wall. Maybe that left fielder's got a rocket arm, Riley Green. I don't know. But either way, the Orioles are on the board, folks. It's 1-0 Baltimore on an RBI base hit by Heston Kjerstad. 4 RBI on the spring so far. And here comes a man that needs a hit more than anybody. Good Lord. Give this man a hit. It's Kobe Mayo.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Get it all on there, Kobe. All of it. Hell, get some of it on there, please. Let's just try to use all the Mayo you got, you know? Mayo is 1 for 20 coming into this at-bat in the spring, yes. 2 men on, 1 out, and a check swing on a pitch way inside. Did he go around? They did not cut to the first base umpire for the judgment call, but it is a strike. So Mayo taking a terrible strike on a pitch he shouldn't have been swinging at, and he couldn't check it. All right, that ball's hit on the ground to first. They go to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. I still feel like Arias should have scored by now. Arias is now to third base with 2 down. Mayo reaching on the fielder's choice. That he's lucky didn't result into a double play. Kobe, man. You got to just calm down and go to basics, man. Just see ball, hit ball. Here is Dylan Carlson getting a start tonight, and he takes one in the dirt for ball 1. The Orioles have taken the lead here in the top of the first, but if that's all they get is the 1 run, going to feel like a bit of a disappointment after the way this inning began. And that pitch is low to Dylan Carlson. 2-0 the count. Scott says I need a Mayo emoji. I would totally be down for that, but I have to know that he's going to make the team before I invest in an we have limited emojis, a limited special emojis. Here's a terrible swing by Carlson, just waved at the pitch. That looked like maybe a splitter. A lot of dropping action on that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carlson, and another check swing. He went around, and some of these Oriole hitters, the ones who haven't produced in the inning, it's been a mixed bag. We've had some guys hit the ball hard. We've had others look pretty confused at the plate. Carlson so far falls under the confused category. Let's see if he can figure it out. It's 2-2 pitch. And that is a called strike 3. And immediately Carlson asks for a challenge, and I don't mind it because that ball was dropping like a curveball. And the way the catcher caught it, it looked like he framed it. And guess what, folks? Carlson's going to win this challenge. Carlson's going to win this challenge. That pitch was a full 1/10 inch below the bottom of the strike zone. Well done by Carlson. We need a button for a successful call of that challenge, even though it's not going to matter come. How about this?
Pay that man his money.
There, that'll work for now. That used to be for Tony to keep him with the team, but it's got a new job to do. Okay, full count on Carlson, and that pitch either hit him. Either way, it's ball 4. It was in the dirt near his feet. Dylan will take the base, and just like that, the inning continues. It would have been over had that umpire not tried to screw us out of our rally with a bad strike 3 call. We caught him. Luckily, we're playing in a ballpark that's got the challenge system. Bases are loaded with 2 down. And who got next? Folks, it's going to be, oh my God, Samuel Basallo, folks. Where is the get hype music? Come on. We got bases loaded for Basallo, folks. Come on. Come on. If you live in the Baltimore area, throw up the window, throw down the sash or whatever, yell out the window, hey, Basallo's up. Bases juiced. Here we go. Come on, Sammy. Let me see a nice AB here. Montero from the stretch. The pitch. First pitch swinging. Ground ball. And that is a fair ball down the right field line. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They're having problems digging it out of the corner. And I think, yes, indeed, it's a base-clearing 3-run RBI triple for Sammy Basallo.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in
Oh, doctor. Man, oh man. Did you feel that?
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Woo! I'm all wet. And that'll do it for Kiter Montero. Basallo knocked the pitcher out of the ball game in the first. And folks, can we please, round of applause in the Charm City chat. Get that little clap emoji up for not just Basallo, but Dylan Carlson for for challenging that strike 3 call, getting it reversed, keeping the inning alive, getting ball 4, allowing Basayo the opportunity, and boom! 4-0 Orioles. You feel me?
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
All right. Well, the game ain't going to get any better than that, so this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody. Just kidding. What? You think I would do that to you? Come on now. Nah, I'm here for the long haul. But hey, I do need to say something that is a bit of a program note, okay? Don't want to ring any alarm bells, but your boy has gone through some health issues since the last broadcast. Luckily, when things were not going very well, there weren't any games on, so I had some time to recover. But I'm still kind of in a window of, not fully in the clear, I guess is the expression. So I've got a schedule for games coming up. It's on the community page. Do check it out. Go to the BirdWatcher Channel community page for the upcoming schedule of games that will be on the air. But please keep in mind that there could be a time or two where I have to cancel doing a game just because I'm not feeling up for it. I hope you guys understand. It's better that this is happening now and not during the regular season. Brendan White is on now to pitch, and it's Nick Gordon at the plate. He fouls one off his foot for strike 2. So it's Basayo at third base with 2 down, 4 runs in, and a new reliever in the first inning to take the place of the starter Montero. 0-2 pitch in the dirt to Nick Gordon. Hey there, Charles. How you doing? Oh, my God. Have they updated more on Kittredge, and now they're saying months? That was the other player I forgot to even mention. Kittredge gone for months? Man. Well, folks, until we go out there and add another arm, I think you can probably pencil in Brian Baker to replace Andrew Kittredge. Baker's been having a good spring. I know a lot of you guys have been following the team for the last few seasons, aren't a big fan of Brian Baker, but he has not given up a run in his 3 appearances. He's looked pretty good. Again, it's spring. We'll see how that would translate to the regular season if it comes to that, but if that is indeed the case with Kittredge, if he's going to be out months, until we go out and add somebody. Colin Selby may be another candidate, but Brian Baker is the one that doesn't have any options left. If he doesn't make the team, then we have to cut him, and he's having a good spring. So you take all those factors, you add them up, and that is, for me, the slam dunk replacement option for now. Mike, pick up the phone, Mike. Mike Elias was quoted maybe a week ago when he was asked, so are you still out there actively pursuing potential trades? And his answer was like, no, that's cooled down a lot. You know, the phone's always there and yada, yada. We might revisit it whenever. I'm like, well, it's time to revisit it. It's time. All right. We've added a lot of good depth, I feel, to this team. And I think that was the idea, not so much to find the next $250 million player, but to just take a team that's already very good and try to complement it. Look, if we had more options just than one ace like Corbin Burns, I'm not going to consider Max Fried an ace. And Corbin Burns was never going to sign for us. That's just the reality. I see so many pundits out there giving their report cards for off-season acquisitions and what have you for all the teams out there. And consistently you see the Orioles with a very low rating. And their number one reason for their grade is that, well, they didn't go get the superstar to replace well, who would it have been? Who would it have been? You tell me. Is Walker Buehler the guy that if we got him and not Boston, we would have been sitting here going, hey, we got our ace? I don't think so. But anyway, one day our ace will come. And I'm thinking somewhere around July, thinking a guy by the name of Shane McClanahan. If not, maybe a Sandy Alcantara from the Marlins. That's what I'm thinking. Dean Kramer's on the mound, folks. Bottom of the first inning. First pitch from him is just off the plate, maybe a little bit high outside for ball one. Kramer, 24 starts last season, 8-10 record, 4.10 ERA. And he continues to bump up the depth chart with all these other arms going down. 1-1 the count on Trey Sweeney, leading it off for the Tigers. I'll take you back over to this page here. Even though it is quite ahead, you can see there's already 4 or 5 pitches. There's a swing and a miss to make it a ball and 2 strikes on Sweeney. Left-handed batter leading off the bottom of the first. 4-0 Baltimore. A 4 spot in the top of the first with a 3-run bases-clearing triple. I guess if it's 3 runs, that clears the bases. Whatever. A little bit redundant. 2-2 the count on Sweeney. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kramer gets Sweeney to chase one low. And there's our first strikeout of the day. First batter.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Michael, very, very little. Like just moments. Just moments of random games between like Australia and the Netherlands. Or here's a ball hit into left field, and that's going to dunk in there in front of Dylan Carlson for a base hit. That is Riley Green. Again, a very, very one of the better young hitters in the American League right now. I got a lot of hype for Riley Green. I think he's a good player. Still a little bit under the radar, but this might be a season where he becomes a bit more of a household name. He's at first base, 1 out, and here's Gleyber Torres, who's not done talking smack about his former team, the Yankees. Folks, imagine that. Imagine having a less than desirable relationship while playing with the New York Yankees. I can't imagine. I thought they always had just a great clubhouse and never any internal problems. Right? 1-0 on Gleyber. That ball smacked to right field, opposite field, going back on it and looking up, and Gleyber is loving life with the Tigers because he just took that pitch to the opposite field for a 2-run homer, and the Tigers cut this lead in half quick. That ball got out of here fast. 378 feet to right field. It's now 4-2. Baltimore over the Tigers in the first inning. Boy, we might have a lot of runs tonight, folks. These are the starters getting knocked around. Wait till some of these dudes wearing number 88 come out to pitch. Here's Kerry Carpenter. 1 out, bases empty now after that 2-run homer from Gleyber Torres. 1-0. Hit in the air, center field. Coming in is Gordon. He makes the catch for the second out. Again, Nick Gordon playing center field tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to notice oh, wait, I'm watching the Tigers. Never mind. I got confused. Tiger colors, sort of like Yankee colors with that white and midnight blue combo. But yeah, I'm wondering if Yankee players are already growing out their beards as we speak. Will they have some nice beards for opening day? Here's a pitch fouled back by Colt Keith. Colt Keith hit .260, 13 homers, 61 driven in last season, playing mostly every day, 148 games. That was his full rookie season. Pitch from Kramer, a little bit outside. And the count is 1-1 on Keith. Bases empty, 2 down, 2 in for the Tigers. The 1-1 is fouled away. We'll do a 1-2 count. That was a cutter from Kramer at 96. Is it 90? No, it had to be 86. I need to check my glasses. Or maybe it wasn't a 6. He threw a cutter. Let's leave it at that. The pitch. Swung on. Missed. And that's the inning. Kramer gets a couple strikeouts.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
But he also does give up a home run ball, a 2-run shot by Gleyber Torres, opposite field. And the Tigers quickly cut this 4-run lead in half after 1 inning of play. My goodness, we're on pace for about 54 runs between these two teams tonight. At the end of 1, it's 4-2 Baltimore. Charm City Chat, the CCC, as I like to call it. You down with CCC? This is where Charm City Chat types in, yeah, you know me. Come on, folks. This will be good. You know what? I'm going to implement this during the regular season. When I'm addressing Charm City Chat and I'm trying to get everybody hype, let's try this as an example. I know there's no reason to get hype right now, although Felix Bautista's pitching tonight, so there's something to get hype about. But come on. I got to be like an MC, all right? Yeah, let's all try to do this in unison, all right? Hey, Charm City Chat. You down with CCC? You down with CCC? You down with CCC? Who down with CCC? Look at that. Look at that. I love it. This is good stuff. Come on. If you're not part of the Charm City Chat, what are you doing?
I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle.
Get your fanny on in here. It's not a cult. All right, look. Even if it was a cult, it's like better than any cult you've ever found. All right? It's a really, really good cult. We have like bake sales and we do like car wash things every other week. You know, we do things. We're a good cult. All right, here we go. Top of the second inning. Wait a minute. Montero's back out to pitch. I guess you can do this in the spring. That's right. So Montero, I guess they felt he threw too many pitches in the first. They let somebody come out to end the inning, and now Montero's back to begin the second with Levon Soto at the plate, who has a 1-1 count after taking a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. The 1-1 to Soto is a little bit outside, 2-1. Good to know you're down with CCC. This pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That already has 4 pitches into Carlson. Wow, I'm way behind, guys. Do you think it's better to just hang out over here? I mean, we can do a vote. I could start a poll whether or not you'd like to hang out more on this screen or on the screen that has the animated scoreboard that is about a full batter ahead. Up to you. And again, if you're watching along and you're way ahead of me, I do apologize. I don't know why I'm so far behind the StatCast tonight. It hasn't been a lag this bad yet. But hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. Here's a ground ball by Soto to short. Over to first in time, 6-3 the put out. 1 away, top of the second. 4-2 Orioles. Baltimore 5-5 so far. Yeah, Kramer got 2 strikeouts in the first. And giving up 2 runs. Here is Jackson Holliday up for the second time in his mini innings. Folks! Oh, Holliday. It's a fly ball and out to right center field, backing up center fielder and right fielder, and finally just a step in front of the track. The center fielder makes the catch. Holiday gave it a ride, but it kind of just hung up there in the air. It didn't really have that exit velocity you need to get out of here. But 2 pretty good swings so far tonight from Jackson. Ramon Urias, folks. He's already got a hit. He's already scored a run. And if Gunnar Henderson's not ready on opening day, he's probably going to see a lot of playing time. You could probably pencil in Holiday at short with Urias at third and Westburg at second if Gunnar's not ready come opening day. Swing and a miss on Ramon.
I have a brother.
Robert, you like what I'm doing now? Do you like what I've always been doing too? I hope I'm pleasing as many people as possible. But I can't please everyone. I just can't. Here's a pitch foul back by Urias. Yeah, I couldn't really see, Robert. It didn't make sense to me why that ball hit down the left field line. Now, I mean, it is left field, so third base is right in front of you. But Urias is quick enough. That ball was rolling slowly down the line. It didn't go all the way to the wall, but it was slow. I mean, he should have been at third base. And if he were, well, it didn't matter. Basayo drove him in. You know what? I'm glad it went the way it did so that Basayo could get a 3-run triple. That works for me. I hope they gave him credit for a triple and not just a double and taking an extra base on a throw-in somewhere. Does he get full credit for the triple? That's the final out. Was that a strike 3 from Urias? Urias strikes out to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Orioles 4, Tigers 2. Basayo does have a triple. A triple, folks. A 3-run, a triple, which means I didn't even have a chance to use my triple button.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is.
You know, I got to start remembering all these buttons. I need button practice. Vonnie! What's going on at the club tonight, Vonnie?
Where's your from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh. Ah. Oh, we've got some out-of-town scores going on, right? A lot of day games today, of course. The Royals beat the Angels earlier, 8-2. Twins and Rays tied at 9 apiece. That's a final. Dodgers and Mariners coming up a little bit later. In fact, just a couple of hours. Pirates edge the Phillies 3-2. Yankees and Blue Jays, that's just underway. Top of the first, scoreless. 2-1 Astros over the Cardinals in the bottom of the second. No score. What is that? CXL. I'm not sure what that is. Not sure what that even is. Guardians with a big win over the A's, 12-5 earlier. Oh, canceled. That must be it. So Diamondbacks Angels canceled. Mets up 1-0 on the Nats. That's top of the third. Red Sox 20, Marlins 5. Geez, the Patriots beat the Dolphins 20-5 today. Rockies and Rangers coming up later. Giants and Reds apparently canceled. Apparently there's some bad weather somewhere. Cubs and White Sox. This is all Phoenix. Doesn't usually rain out there in Arizona. Twins beat the Braves 7-1. Here we go, bottom of the second. Kramer's first pitch is a little bit outside. Basayo tried to frame it back over the plate, but the umpire wasn't buying it. 1-0 on Spencer Torkelson. I believe, wasn't he the year he was drafted the number 1 overall pick? I might be wrong about that. You could correct me if you like. He definitely was a very high pick with a whole lot of, hype for the future, but it just hasn't really worked out for me. He hits a fly ball pretty deep to right field here. Backing up is Kjerstad, and he has run out of room. Spencer Torkelson has taken Dean Kramer deep. A solo shot on a 1-1 pitch. And the Tigers have cut the Oriole lead down to 1. Jeez Louise. Number 1 overall pick in 2020. Thank you, Benny Jets. I thought that was the case. Wasn't going to try to guess the year. Probably would have been off by a year either way, but yeah, folks, that's tough. Dean Kramer's now given up 2 long balls and an inning plus. Both of them pitches hit to the opposite field. That's a little bit concerning. Rob, if it is, dude. I mean, what are the options, dude? If come opening day Grayson's not ready, and obviously Bruce or McDermott's not ready, Trevor Rogers is on the shelf. So even if you're looking in the minors for something, I mean, if Cade Povich takes Grayson's spot, you got Kramer, Sugano, Morton, and Eflin. I mean, Albert Suarez long relief. Yeah. Here is an inside-out swing, grounded to short, backhanding and throwing off his back foot is Soto. He gets it to first in time for the first out of the second. Who was that just swinging the bat there? Zach McKinstry grounds out. Dylan Dingler coming up. We'll just have to see. That is not a good... that's not good for Kramer's case anyway. I think Kramer's going to be fine in the rotation until you get to like the point where we either bring in a completely new arm or we get to the stage of the season where a guy like Kyle Bradish or Tyler Wells comes back. Then maybe... Because I don't think he has options. We can't just send him to the minors. I don't think he makes sense as a long reliever. And then what do you do with Albert? I feel you, man. Yeah, Povich is going to start. It's already been established by Jake Rill and or Rock Kabatko on Twitter that Grayson Rodriguez will not be ready for opening day. Now, to not be ready for opening day, technically, he could still, let's say there's a 5-man rotation and they just start him 5th. Like, he's not ready for opening day, but he's right on the verge. And then maybe it would allow us to carry an extra pitcher for that series in Toronto. And next thing you know, Grayson's starting the home opener on Game 5. Here's a ground ball to second base. Holiday over to first in time. Dingler retired, 2 away, bottom of the second. Kramer up to 26 pitches. Yeah, I tend to agree with Benny. I mean, look, unless Kramer, just absolutely loses it. I mean, I'm not saying, nothing's impossible, folks. Nothing's impossible. But obviously, none of us want to watch Dean Kramer suddenly forget how to pitch to the point where we just can't give the ball to him and we just have to try something else. But I don't think we're in that area yet. But, yeah, hopefully Dino can cut down on the home run ball here. It's Creedler at the plate. The number 9 hitter, center fielder in this game. Up there with 2 down, nobody on, and a 2-0 count from Kramer. And he takes, that's a called strike. Caught that bottom outside corner. Yeah, we had a dingler at the plate. They dangled a dingler in front of us, and we took care of business. Wait a minute, that didn't sound good. That pitch is outside, ball 3. Kramer nibbling a little bit against the number 9 bat in the lineup. You got to attack this guy. And that's ball 4. My goodness. Dean Kramer issues a 2-out walk to the number 9 hitter. That's the other thing you don't want to see. Issuing walks to the weakest bat in the lineup and giving up opposite field home runs on an average of once per inning. That is not a recipe for success when these games start counting. Here's Trey Sweeney back to the top of the Tiger order. He's 0 for 1. 2 down, runner at first. I can tell my stream is behind because it'll pause and then kind of jump ahead. Maybe I should try to just refresh the whole damn thing and see if that helps. I might do that during the next half inning. Just try and see if I can find a more. And that ball is popped up, shallow right. Jackson Holliday going out into the outfield makes the catch to end the inning. The Tigers, they scratch another run across to make the deficit just 1 run for them. We go to the 3rd inning, Baltimore 4, Detroit 3. All right, let me take a look at this. Stand by. Wrong computer, wrong cursor. What are you doing? I'm over here now. Yeah, I might be going over here. There's no way that this stream, this backup stream, can be going any slower than the one I'm watching. So I'm just going to call the audible now and just go over here for the rest of the game. I'm going to close this one out. All right. So, folks, let me give you a quick breakdown of some upcoming Oriole games. Because there's a lot coming up over the next 7 or 8 days. I think only 2 days in which there isn't a broadcast game. So we're going to be quite busy over here with coverage on the Orioles channel. Again, there is a community post about this. You can see the full schedule there, but just something to talk about between innings. So you got the game tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday, we play the Rays. There is no coverage of this game. You won't find it anywhere. So there won't be any stream here on this channel. Sunday, early game, just after noon, first pitch. We play the Phillies. That will be broadcast. I don't think by Masson. I think by the Phillies team. But we'll be able to cover that game here. And again, that's an earlier start than usual for a day game. The stream will start about 11:50 a.m. on a Sunday. So make a Bloody Mary and be here in time for some early Sunday baseball. Monday, we play the Pirates again. That will be a televised ball game. Wait a minute. Is this? Hold on. I got a feeling now. I opened this, but then I hit pause by accident after I opened it because it's just frozen right now. Hold on. Probably already back in the new inning. I'm sitting here going over the schedule. All right. Let me hit that live button. All right. We're back. And we're back. Heston Kjerstad is at the plate, folks. And the first pitch is a ball 1. Let me check over now. I'll finish up that remaining schedule here in the next half inning. It still looks like I'm behind. Oh, the Orioles have a runner at first. Okay. Well, what happened there? O'Hearn got on via the walk. All right. Let me play that for him. Kjerstad at the plate with a 1-1 count. O'Hearn at first, nobody out, and he takes low. 2-1 on Kjerstad, folks. And now I think I'm actually ahead of the scoreboard. Oh, this worked out brilliantly. Oh, your boy called a good audible here. As now it just shows 2-1 on the scoreboard. That pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Look at your boy doing everything he can to make this better. Let me bring it back over here now. Boom. 2-2. Why does it say Carlson? Okay, let me go back and hit refresh on that mamma jamma, because that ain't right. That's not right. Full count on Kjerstad. There he is on your screen. Well, why did you just do that? It just, an ad just got in the way. Okay, here we go. Payoff pitch coming, folks. Runner at first. Swung on and missed. Kjerstad down on strikes. Yeah, buddy. All right. Will that work? Kobe Mayo is coming up, folks. Who's ready to lube up a sandwich?
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Oh, wow. All right, so it's a catch. It's a, what do you call it? It's a compromise. Yes, I am now caught up with the game action, but I'm watching a broadcast that is not in HD, looking more like 144p right now. Here's a dribbler foul toward the Oriole dugout by Kobe Mayo. Currently 1 for 21 in the spring. He's averaging a hit every other week at this point. This is not good. Come on, Kobe. 1-1 from Montero, who just threw his 50th pitch of the ball game. That's fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mayo. Folks, we just hit 23:30 on the sub count thanks to the new subs that have come in tonight so far. Let's keep it going. Swing and a miss on a 1-2 pitch in the dirt and outside. Kobe Mayo. I tell you what, keep him around for next week when we have that spring breakout game with the Yankees, our prospects against their prospects. But as soon as that game's done, just send Mayo to AAA and just have him work with the coaches. I don't know what to tell you about Kobe, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's like he's got some kind of mental hang-up. When it matters most, he can't produce. He's crushing the ball at every level, and whether it's with the big club or in a spring environment like this where he's got a chance to make an impact, he can't do it. He can't do it yet. I don't want to give up on this kid, but he's also not going to be a kid for much longer. I mean, what is he, 25? The time is now for Mayo. Make it a problem so that how are we going to get him more at-bats because he's hitting well. We need a problem like that. Dylan Carlson at the plate. He walked his first time up, and he's got a 1-2 count here with 2 down, runner at first. My apologies for not giving you every pitch. Now that we got the scoreboard up, Carlson swing and a miss, I guess. The ball fell to the floor. No need to tag him, I guess. That's the inning. The Orioles do not score. We go to the bottom of the third, Baltimore 3, and the Baltimore 4. My goodness, and the Tigers 3. I might need a lucky. Good Lord. Whoops, don't hit that button. Don't hit that button. Hello, 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 hello. All right. What do we got in here? All right, folks. I know there's a lot of injuries going on, but hang in there.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. It's not just keep our composure.
All right? Just listen to those wise words and we'll be okay. I'll be right back. Pay no attention to the man behind the green curtain. Oh, yeah, the remainder of that schedule I was talking about. I believe I left it that on Monday the 30th, we do have a game on against the Pirates. Is that a day game or night game? Dude, it's probably easier for me to just go over to the post on my community page because I wrote out the start times there. Here we go. Monday, we play the Pirates. That's actually a game that starts at about 5:05 first pitch. So instead of 6:05, so it's like an even earlier evening game. Coverage for that will start at 4:50 p.m. on this channel. Tuesday, you're going to want to be here for an early game. 11:50 a.m. stream starts, 12:05 first pitch. We play the Yankees. And this is not a spring breakout game. This is just a normal Orioles-Yankees matchup. Here's Kramer out for his third inning of work. First pitch to Riley Green. He goes opposite field, and that ball is going to bounce up against the wall in a hurry. Green will hustle into second base with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third. And Kramer, this isn't looking so hot. Everything is getting hit hard to the opposite field when the Tigers do square the ball up. So leadoff double. Okay, just to wrap things up, Wednesday we play the Braves. That one is not on TV anywhere, so you'll have to just read the box score for that one. Thursday we play the Blue Jays, and that is a early start time, 11:50 a.m. That stream starts, 12:05 first pitch. And finally, actually a couple of finalies. Friday, we play the Twins. That doesn't have a broadcast. So basically 1 week from tonight, no broadcast. And I finish off this mini schedule with Saturday, March 15th, a week from tomorrow, because it's an interesting day in which the Orioles play twice. At 1:05 p.m., they play the Pirates. It is being broadcast, but I will not be streaming that game because I want to stream the second game that's on in the evening at 5:50 p.m. That is the spring breakout game, Orioles versus Yankees. That's the game I know you people want to, if you had to pick one, don't make your boy be up for a game at 1 o'clock in the morning and then do a double header. So, yeah, we won't be covering that Pittsburgh game. Plus, we've watched the Pirates like a half a dozen times by the time that game comes around. So, yeah, that was a judgment call on my behalf. Hope you understand. By the way, it's Gleyber Torres at the plate. He's got a 2-2 count after fouling a pitch away. With a runner at second and nobody out, the Tigers trail by 1. The Orioles went ahead 4-0, and the Tigers are threatening to, at minimum, tie it up. 2-2 is swung on and missed, and that's a big needed strikeout for Kramer.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Kramer gave up a 2-run bomb to Gleyber in the first AB, and he strikes him out here in the second. Third inning, second at bat. Kerry Carpenter coming up. Kramer up to 40 pitches on the evening. Carpenter looks at a pitch low. And what happened here? Is this us challenging that it was a strike? Because I believe the umpire called it ball 1. That pitch is a ball. Who made this challenge? I mean, it looked like a ball and it was called a ball. Who made the challenge, though? I'm unable to tell without my volume up. Might have been Basayo, but not a good use of the challenge there. Mark, I can't do it, buddy. What do you want me to do? Have, collapse? For spring training, you want me to be up from basically midnight till 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. That's, like a 10-hour stream that starts from midnight till 10 a.m. for exhibition games. I think the best thing for me to do is to pick the game that matters the most. And again, if the Orioles were playing Boston or Toronto or something, but we're playing the Pirates for the 45th time this spring. It's the one team where I don't mind missing a game. Here's a ground ball to Ryan O'Hearn. He will go to the bag himself unassisted. For out number 2, Green moves up to third base with 2 down. You miss Boynes. I know that complete lack of ability to hold a base runner. I miss that. I joke. I kid. Colt Keith at the plate. 2 down runner at third. Takes low from Kramer, ball 1. Kramer is on pitch number 45 coming up. I think it gets harder and harder to predict wins in the modern age of baseball. You know, but Scooble's as good of a candidate for 20 wins as anybody. But if you're talking about a Cy Young Award candidate, I think he's right there at the top of the list. Colt Keith, 1-1 pitch to him. That one's hit right to shortstop. Well, to the shortstop, who's playing right behind the second base bag in shallow outfield grass. It's a soft liner. He makes the catch to win the inning. So the Orioles managed to, what? Hold on to the lead. That's what they managed to do. Kramer gave up another extra base hit, a leadoff double to Riley Green, but the Tigers could not get him in. We go to the 4th inning. Baltimore 4, Detroit 3. See if there's any updates from the Oriole beat writers. Did you know Sammy Basayo last season in every level of play in the minors in 2024 did not have a single triple? Oh, he had one tonight. A positive development for Orioles amid all the injury news. Heston Kjerstad continues to have success hitting the ball the opposite way. The 26-year-old knocked an RBI single to left field in the first inning rally that started with singles by Jackson Holliday and Ramon Arias. There it is. Kittredge will be out for a few months due to a knee injury. Jesus. Hey, you know who's out there still a free agent? And I know you guys are going to laugh because you're going to be like, really? Another geriatric? But 39 going on 40 years old right-handed reliever David Robertson, who's got plenty of postseason experience. He was part of the Rangers World Series team 2 years ago in that bullpen. Last season, where was he with? But he's put up great numbers. ERA right at about 3, good whip. Pitched about 72 innings in relief. He's still unsigned out there. So if a guy like Brian Baker doesn't butter your roll, there are still a couple of arms out there in free agency. We're talking months. Yeah, you need to go get somebody. Andrew Chafin, lefty reliever, is on for the Tigers. He's facing Basayo at the plate, who's got a 1-1 count. And that ball's hit right back toward the pitcher, takes a bounce toward short, and Basayo will ground out 6-3. Unless the pitcher got a piece of that baseball, then he'll score it 1-6-3. Chafin with their typical hairdo, big bushy beard and big curly mullet. If you meet this guy out in the public, you would have to say, oh, you're a professional baseball player, right? Here's Nick Gordon. Not a bad guess, Michael, in terms of the opening day matchup. Here's a ball hit to the opposite field by Gordon, but Green will chase it down, sprinting toward the foul line in left field to make the second out here in the top of the 4th. Here comes Levon Soto. Riley Green making it look easy on a ball that was slicing off the bat. He led all of left fielders last year with 14 defensive, what do you call that stat? Defensive outs or whatever, like saving outs that an average fielder at his position would not make. Yeah, he's a above average fielder and a good hitter. I'm telling you folks, Riley Green. He is on the cusp of being like an all-star, like an all-star's all-star. 1-1 the count on Levon Soto. I don't actually buy the brand Lucky Strikes there, Mark. I don't think they're even around here. I smoke a South Korean brand called Mevius. And around here, it's considered a premium brand. So I'm paying about double than I would for like a Thai version of a Marlboro or something. There's a swing and a miss by Soto to end the inning. A swing and a miss, and the inning is over. All that scoring early on has begun to dry up. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Baltimore 4, Detroit 3. Not really, Michael, because McDermott himself is still injured. He's got an injury. He won't be ready for opening day anyway. And, you know they have to build him up. Like he's basically missed this spring to get everything built up. Did I say Dylan McDermott? The actor? I meant Chase. What's the latest on Chase? Throwing schedule delayed by injury. Lat. He has a lat issue. He'll start to play catch on Monday, which I think was this past Monday. It was a right lat teres strain. That was reported back on March the 3rd. He's likely to open the season in AAA, but I don't know if he'll be ready to pitch. Same deal with Trevor Rogers. If you're looking at what the Orioles' pitching depth looks like, if Grayson's going to be down and Povich joins the rotation, then, well, what happens if another guy goes down? Who's the next arm we call on? Right now, the arm that it looks like we'd be calling on is, what's his name? Gosh. I got to look it up. It's embarrassing. We're in the bottom of the fourth now. Who am I thinking of? Brandon Young. Brandon Young. That would be probably the next guy in the pecking order. Kramer's out for his fourth inning of work. You're welcome, Mark. Fourth inning of work for Kramer. Orioles ahead 4-3. Spencer Torkelson at the plate. 0-1 pitch is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. This ball is hit on the ground, foul third base side, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On a cut fastball by Kramer, his next pitch will be number 50. I don't know if the Orioles are just looking to reach a certain count or if they want him to try to pitch through the fourth inning entirely. Doing all right there, Tony. 1-2 pitch is low and away. Well, Michael, our reputation under Mike Elias is to target position players because our scouting, that ball's crushed to left field. Kramer has just given up his 3rd home run of the game. And this ball game is tied. Spencer Torkelson goes deep for the 2nd time tonight. A solo shot again. It's a 4-4 ball game. Kramer's given up 3 bombs. Anthony, now if you ask me that same question, the answer is a little bit different. Feeling a little bit annoyed, a little bit worried, a little bit anxious. Kramer's given up bombs. 3 of them. Zach McKinstry's at the plate, 1-0 the count. Next pitch is fouled straight back, 1-1. 88-mile-an-hour cutter from Kramer. Yeah, you know, when you talk about pitchers that pretty much have a spot in the rotation locked up, you know, Grayson Rodriguez talks about it. You know, they're not so much worried about trying to blow batters away. They just want to work on some things, maybe not throw fully 100%, try to reserve some of that energy for when it counts. But I just don't see that being the case for Kramer. I mean, 3 bombs, 2 of them to the opposite field. And that ball is going to be served into left field for a base hit by McKinstry. Still nobody out in the inning, and now the Tigers have the go-ahead run on base. My goodness. My, how the tide has turned in this game. What a great start. Does anybody want to go back and just listen to the first 15 minutes of this game? Because it was fun. Good times. Dylan Dingler, the next batter for the Tigers. Samuel Basayo goes out to the mound for a quick chat, and he's already on his way back behind home plate. The Dingler. Dylan Dingler. Wasn't he the star of Boogie Nights? Check on the runner. He's back in. I believe Drew French is still the pitching coach. It's the hitting coaches that have changed. Cody Ashley is now the head hitting coach. But as far as I know, Drew French is still the guy in charge of the pitching staff. We have another challenge on a pitch that was called a ball and was a ball, or no. I don't know if they called it or not. They're changing the 0-1 count to 1-0. So I guess Dingler challenged that strike call, said it was a ball, and it was. So 1-0 the count on Dingler. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th, 4-4 ball game. And a pitch low and away. 2-0. I got a lot of songs, Tony. Which song are you talking about? Oh, you're working on a song for me? I didn't know you had musical chops in you there, Tony. Here's a nice curveball that drops in there for a strike. 2-1. That's. I don't know if Dean's thrown a curveball yet tonight, but that one looked good. Throw him more. 2-1. Low and away. That looked more like a cutter. Broke off the plate outside. 3-1 the count. Hitters count. Runner at first. Nobody out. Tie ball game. I had a song about you last year. Can you type in a few of the bars? Because I can't remember. I'm like, that's ball 4 upstairs to Dingler. So Kramer, with nobody out, already given up a game-tying home run in the inning, already gave up a base hit after that, is now issuing a free pass to the backup catcher, number 8 hitter. Dino. I think Dino's day is done. Here comes Brandon Hyde. Kramer walks off. That was not an encouraging outing for Dean Kramer. Break in the action. Reliever coming in 4-4 ball game. We'll see who's coming out. Felix Bautista is scheduled to pitch tonight, but I doubt they would bring him in the middle of an inning. I'm sure they'll bring him in to begin an inning. Rob, we've been lucky. You know, we got to broadcast Bautista's return, and he hasn't pitched since, but he's going to tonight. So it's like all the stuff we missed during the week, we didn't miss Bautista. Not too shabby. Well, we go over here for a minute. How you guys doing, huh? Hey, folks, are you enjoying the content tonight? I hope so. I hope the Orioles can turn things around after blowing a 4-run lead this early. But no matter what, the results don't count. What does count is Dean Kramer didn't do so hot tonight. Hopefully next time out, we'll see something better. But the offenses look good. Again, 4 runs in that first inning. And, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Yep. Yeah, I would hope that, you know how they pitched Morton and Sagano in the same game the other day. I would hope they can start their own games and go a little bit deeper than 2 innings. And we got to get their stamina up. I mean, Kramer just went like 4 innings. Those guys could only go 2 right now. Feels like they're a little bit behind in the... All right, we've got a right-hander at number 92, a fellow by the name of Reinhardt on the mound for Baltimore. Logan Reinhardt, 41 in the 3rd innings in the minors last year, 3.05 ERA, about a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 1-0 pitch is a called strike on a 4-seam fastball at 94. It's Creedler at the plate. He drew a walk his first time up, the number 9 batter. He's got runners at first and second, nobody out. I mean, he should just be looking at moving these runners over. That pitch had the plate, but a little bit low. 2-1. I mean, this is what spring is for. You also want to practice some situational hitting. And if this guy's hitting 9th, I got to think he's not in the lineup for his great bat. You got a tie ball game, first and second, nobody out, and a chance to move him over. However, Reinhardt has now given Creedler a 3-1 count. So by showing some patience, Creedler has got himself a good hitter's count. And this is a dangerous pitch coming up right here. 3-1. That's ball 4. Oh, boy. Folks. Tigers have the bases loaded and nobody out. So we've walked the number 9 hitter tonight twice. Are you serious? Trey Sweeney, check swing. He went around for strike 1. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Tigers. Reinhardt in relief of Kramer. Kramer's night was not impressive, and Reinhardt, through 6 pitches, hasn't exactly dazzled yet either. He walked the first man he faced, and he's got a 0-1 count here. There's a curveball that drops in there for a strike. Really could use a strikeout right now. 0-2 pitch. Just a bit outside. The 1-2 to Trey Sweeney. That ball slapped on the ground and past the first baseman O'Hearn into right field. 1 run is in. That runner is waving home another. He will score. It's a 2-run RBI single by Trey Sweeney, and the Tigers are now ahead 6-4. Good Lord. 6 unanswered runs.
Stop it all.
6 unanswered runs, and that'll close the book on Kramer. I think. Yeah. First and third guys are now Reinhardt's responsibility. So make that 6 runs given up by Kramer and 3 innings of work plus a couple of batters. Not good. Riley Green is up again and now in a big RBI spot. He's already 2 for 2. First and third, nobody out. 1-0 pitch, fouled away, 1-1. Boy. I tell you what, folks. Check on the runner at first. The 1-1 to Riley Green incoming. Swung on and lined past the outstretched glove of or Jackson Holliday, I should say, into center field for a base hit. Another run scores. It's still first and third. There's still nobody out. 3 runs are already in. And the Orioles, after being up 4-0, now trail it 7-4. Ugly. Come on now. Riley Green now 3 for 3. Did I mention before his first hit that he's really good? Swing and a miss right here from Gleyber Torres. He's in an 0-2 hole. He struck out his last time up, hit a home run his first time up. Reinhardt in relief. Hasn't gotten an out yet and throws one in the dirt on an 0-2 pitch. Yeah, doesn't it, Michael? And I'm not in the mood to do a 4-hour stream for exhibition game, my friend. I got to be honest. Again, my health lately hasn't exactly been fantastic. And, yeah, I guess my stamina isn't where it needs to be. So what are we in? Inning number 4? I'm already feeling like I'm hitting a wall here. So, again, I'll have to play things by ear. I mean, once I start a stream, it's going to take some really uncomfortable feelings for me to just say, you know what, I got to go. Sorry. Going to cut the stream early today. I don't want to ever have to do that. But if I do ever do it, it'll be for a spring game. Gleyber Torres has a full count. First and third, still nobody out. Reinhardt's, well, not a payoff pitch. A check on the runner. Riley Green back standing. That's right. I'm trying to work myself up too. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Hey now. Hey now. Gleyber strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Kerry Carpenter coming up. It doesn't get a whole lot easier here. Left-handed bat with some pop. 0 for 2 so far tonight. All he's got to do is hit a fly ball, should score a run. And he swings and misses at the first pitch from Reinhardt on a cutter. The bottom of the zone. The 0-1 from Reinhardt is over the plate, but a little bit low. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reinhardt about to throw his, he has thrown now 20 pitches since beginning this. Did he begin the inning? No, he came on. Yeah. He just came on a relief in this inning. This ball's hit in the air to center field. Backing up some is Gordon. He's got plenty of room in front of the track to make the catch, but it is hit deep enough for the runner at third to basically walk home. And the Tigers, we took a 4-run lead on them. We're not even halfway through the game. They now have a 4-run lead on us. It is Detroit 8, Baltimore 4. Ugh. You need a yuck mouth. At this point, folks, I just have to say,
I apologize for Baltimore.
first pitch strike in here on a slider to Justin Henry Malloy. So the Tigers are beginning to go to their bench players. Malloy up for the first time tonight. Batting in the number 5 spot, he takes low and in. Takes over as the DH as well. For Colt Keith. Excuse me, not DH. He was a PH, as in pinch hitter. So we'll see where he plays in the next half inning. I mean, Keith was playing first. Malloy, as far as I know, is a corner outfielder. Malloy hits one in the right, but right at Kjerstad, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Tigers put up a 4 spot. Excuse me, a 5 spot. Good Lord. Oh, I forgot. The Orioles had the lead before this inning began, and now we trail by 4 after a 5 spot by the Tigers. 8 runs on 8 hits. They've completely doubled us up now. We've got 4 runs on 4 hits. Since there has been so much scoring at this point of the ballgame, and we're in a commercial break, let me take the time to give you the scoring summary. In the first inning, the Orioles put up all 4 of their runs. Holiday scored on an RBI single by Heston Kjerstad, and then Samuel Basayo had that bases-clearing 3-run triple that scored Urias, Mayo, and Dylan Carlson. In the next half inning, the Tigers got 2 back on a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres to right center field. Riley Green scoring on that one. In the second inning, they shaved it to a 1-run Oriole lead when Spencer Torkelson hit a solo home run to right. In the fourth inning, Torkelson came up again and smacked another solo shot, this one to left center, and that tied the ball game at 4. Fourth inning was nowhere near being over, though, as Trey Sweeney would have an RBI single that scored Dylan Dingler and Zach McKinstry. Riley Green added another hit to his day that scored Creedler, his first name I've forgotten, forgive me. And then finally, Kerry Carpenter with a sac fly that scored Trey Sweeney to make it the 8-4 score it is as we head to the 5th inning. And at any point now, I guess, starting in the bottom half of the 5th, we might see Felix Bautista. He's going to pitch an inning in here somewhere. We do have a new pitcher on for the Tigers, a fellow by the name of Casey Mize. This guy was a pretty high draft pick back in the day. Hasn't quite worked out to be the level of pitcher that was hoped, but all is not lost. He's still relatively young. Right-hander. He's facing Jackson Holliday to lead off the top of the 5th. And a 0-1 pitch is in there called strike 2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Holliday 1 for 2 tonight. Hit the ball hard both times up. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Holliday down on 3 pitches. Casey Mize with a quick strikeout. 1 away. What's good, BW? Not the way this game's going. I can cross that off the list of what's good. If you were here early, JJ, we had a 4-0 lead. We're just now starting the 5th, and now we're losing 8-4. 8 unanswered runs by the Tigers. Starter Dean Kramer gave up 3 home runs. His final pitching line, by the way, 3 innings, 6 hits, and 2 walks. 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. His spring ERA now has ballooned to 9. So he's at Albert Suarez ERA level right now. We've got a couple of other changes on the defense for the Tigers. Jace Young, a pretty big prospect over at third base, takes over for Zach McKinstry. Malloy stays in the game, and he does play first base, so that's where he is. And then a fellow by the name of Clark is in center field to replace that other fellow by the name of Creedler. I don't know them. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do. Ramon Arias at the plate. He's got a 2-2 count and a swing and a miss. And, wow, Casey Mize faces 2 batters and strikes them both out to begin his outing. And suddenly, this game is becoming very difficult to watch. Ryan O'Hearn coming up.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
First pitch to him is just a bit inside, apparently. Dingler, the catcher, sat there framing that pitch for about 3 full seconds before finally giving up. 1-0, fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, man, go out and celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. The 1-1 to Ryan O'Hearn is high. Mize up to 97 on that fastball. Here's a pitch high. 3 balls, 1 strike. A word like damn, I think we're okay with, Anthony. And folks, don't worry, the earmuff 8th inning is still going to be in play during the regular season. That's right, folks. This channel will give folks an opportunity to swear their guts out, but we have to be cool about it. That's why we have the earmuff 8th. 1 inning dedicated to getting it all out of your system. Heston Kjerstad swings and that might have been a foul tip. Either way, it's 0-1. Kjerstad 1 for 2 with an RBI. He takes low. 1-1 the count. Runner at first, 2 down. Fastball, slider, splitter, the 3-pitch mix from Mize. Occasional sinker and curveball in there as well. A splitter outside. 2-1 to Silent J. Here's a ball hit on the ground, a second on 1 bounce. Easy play to win the inning. Kjerstad now 1 for 3. The Orioles get a runner on, cannot score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. This one's halfway through. The Tigers lead it 8-4. All right. Bring it back on over here. I'm over here now. When the Orioles blow a lead, the hat will signal earmuffs. Yeah, the earmuff 8th inning, folks, it's just for whenever it just makes sense to blow off some steam. Look, the Orioles are going to have some bad nights. They're going to make some questionable plays or what have you. There's going to be frustrations. Maybe Brandon Hyde's pissed you off because he's made a bad bullpen move. Whatever the case may be, that might blow a game or, I get it, This is sports. We're adults. We curse. But it's nice to have a Charm City chat that can, keep it under control when things are going okay. If you want nonstop F-bombs and all that, there's a good Yankee channel out there. You can get that fix if you need it. But look, I understand you need it sometimes. So we have that. The earmuff eighth. One full inning. Get it all out. As long as it isn't hate speech, say whatever pessimistic, pissed off thing you got in your mind. And it's okay here. You've got a sanctuary for that. Coffee is now empty, cold, or both? It is cold. And now it's empty. All right, how about some quick innings? Man, especially when the Tigers are up. Man, let's get these guys out. Is it Bautista? Folks, set your watches. It's mountain time.
Mountain, this is what it's all about.
The mountain is in the game. Can we get a nice clean inning with a few strikeouts? Is Glaber up again already? I swear Torres struck out like 3 batters ago. Here we go. That says Torkelson. Okay, it is Torkelson. Excuse me. And he drills one to left, and it's down for a base hit. Torkelson now 3 for 3 with a couple of home runs and a solid single to left off of Felix Bautista. This is the guy the Tigers thought they drafted. So that's the first base runner Bautista has given up in his 1 inning plus 1 batter on the spring. Jace Young, again, big prospect position player for the Tigers. Left-handed batter playing third base. Takes a look at a sinker low for ball 1. There's not enough alliteration in that one, Matt. Plus, the idea with the 8th inning is to, let the game play out, because how many times do people get too upset in a game that's still too close to call, and then the Orioles come back, and then everybody looks ridiculous for giving up so early. But I'm telling you, if we get to an 8th inning and we've completely crapped the bed, yeah, that's what that's for. 2-1 on Young, spelled Jung. Bautista has a splitter that hangs high above the zone for ball 3. The 3-1 from the mountain. That is off the plate. Bautista, 2 batters, a hit and a walk. Remember, his first outing did not allow a base runner and struck 2 guys out. His first outing, he was able to work with Adley Rutschman behind the plate. Right now, it's still Sammy Basayo back there. First pitch to Dingler, hit on the ground and booted at third by Arias. He won't have a play anywhere. And the Tigers, once again, bases loaded, nobody out with Bautista in there. Can't really blame Felix for this one, though. This ball was hit on the ground to Arias. He should have been able to cleanly pick that ball, but he didn't. It dribbled away toward the foul line, and by the time he got it, there wasn't a play to be had. My goodness, folks. Your boy might have to take a stiff drink. Get through the rest of this. Up and away to Clark. Who is this kid? We got a kid by the name of Clark, left-handed batter at the plate. Blonde hair and lots of tattoos. That's all I can tell you about him. He hits a ball to left. It's going to hang up there, but it will score a run on a sac fly. Make it 9-5 as Felix Bautista gives up his first spring run. But he did finally get his first out here tonight. First and second now with one away. Matt wants an earmuff third. I tell you what, the team morale is starting to get low because of some of the injuries that are going on. You want to lift up the morale? Go out there and sign somebody. Trade for somebody. You know what we need. Come on now. All right, we got a guy coming up by the name of McGonigle. 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 0-1 pitch to him is fouled away 0-2. Kevin McGonigle. In the minors last year, hit over 300. He's their number 3 prospect for Detroit. I cannot talk. Sorry. I got the mush mouth. 0-2 to McGonigle. Low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kevin McGonigle. 3rd prospect in their organization and 28th overall prospect right now. So this is a guy to watch. Detroit leads all teams with most prospects currently ranked in the top 100 with 6. So they've got a good future ahead of them, it seems. 2-2 count here. Bautista checks the runner Young at second, and the pitch up and away. Basayo tried to frame it. Count goes full, and Sammy's going to walk out there and talk to Felix. So is there a game on tomorrow or not? Kind of hoping not, because I might need to take a break after this game. I've already forgotten the schedule. Hell, it probably says it on the scrolling ticker on the screen here. Yeah, next game is tomorrow. Darn it! All right, I'll get over it in time. Here's a foul back. Still 3-2. Bautista made it look so easy getting those 3 outs in his first appearance, and he's having problems getting anybody out here tonight. The 1 out came on a pretty deep fly ball to score a run on a sac fly. Here's a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Okay, the splitter worked out for Felix. There you go.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Rob, I double-checked, and it is available. Let me check out the MLB.com page and see what the network is that's covering it, but it was up there. Here is Jones at the plate, who swings and misses. Jahmai Jones got into 69 games with 4 different teams during his short career, hitting under 200 lifetime. So he's turned into a journeyman. NBC SP is covering this game. So NBC Sports, I guess, is what that stands for. If there's some way that I'm not able to get it, well, then I guess we'll have to cancel. But I'm looking at it right here on the MLB.com spring training Sunday, March 9th schedule. Baltimore at Philly, 1:05 p.m. first pitch. NBC SP is listed as the broadcast team. So fingers crossed. Jones with a 1-2 count. 2 down, runners at first and second. A run in for Detroit, who now lead it 9-4 over the Orioles. Bautista's pitch is low. 2-2. Man, he's having trouble getting outs early. Going into deep counts here. Not very Bautista-like. The 2-2. That one's popped up. Second base side. Holiday still in the ball game. Just a couple steps into the outfield grass makes the catch to win the inning. So Bautista labors. He loaded the bases with nobody out and was able to get out of it with only giving up the 1 run. So it could have been a whole lot worse. But not exactly impressive from the mountain tonight. But I'll also say I'm not too worried either. I didn't see anything in his mechanics or his velocity that made me think something's wrong. I just think maybe his command was a little bit off. And the Tigers, let's face it, after the first inning anyway, they've been swinging a hot bat. We head to the 6th inning, 9-4 Detroit. Kobe Mayo, Dylan Carlson, Samuel Basayo tentatively due up. We'll see if they start bringing in pinch hitters. I'd like to see Mayo get one more shot at a hit. Just one more frickin' shot. Kobe, come on, buddy.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Come on, Kobe. I mean, right? They can't get worse than this. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, CD!
Oops. Yeah, 1 for 22, Michael. 1 for 22. So let's say he got like 6 straight hits. That would bring up to be 7 for 28. He'd be batting .250. He can get to .250 with 6 straight hits, which probably ain't happening. From Bautista, yeah, again, the velocity, it was more about command and the fact that Tiger hitters right now are just collectively, no matter who we're putting out there, is racking up hits. Kobe Mayo, first pitch to him low and away, and he didn't even take the bat off his shoulders, which is a good sign that he's not super anxious. Casey Mize is still on in relief, second inning of work. Next pitch is a big cut and a miss. 1-1 on a fastball. 95 from Mize. Mayo lays off that one, low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Kobe! Come on, Kobe! Hey, Kobe! Come on, buddy. 2-1. Good God, man. I mean, he takes really hard swings when you just know with his build, he doesn't have to swing that hard. And, man, when he swings that hard on a pitch off the plate, not even close to making contact, it just doesn't look good. Like a guy that doesn't even know what he's swinging at. Pitch. Don't even try to frame that pitch from outside. We got a full count. Come on, Kobe. I'm giving you the bugle treatment. Let's go. Come on, Kobe. Come on, buddy. Payoff pitch. Check swing. He went around. He did. Kobe threw his bat down and took off his shin guard thinking he had ball 4. But once again, caught in the middle of a check swing going too far and another wasted at bat. Jesus Christ. Kobe Mayo's not good. Ah, God, man. Honestly, like at this time last year, of all our prospects, he was the one I was most Like, just can't wait. Can't wait for this dude. Dylan Carlson just reached on a base hit, which apparently happened so fast on the first pitch. Broadcast team didn't pick it up. Carlson's on. I'll take that. And folks, it's Basayo time. Let's see if Basayo can be a one-man wrecking crew. Got a runner on, one out. Mize's pitch. Hit on the ground. Mize gets it. Throws to second for one. Over to first, double play. And the inning is over. Holy cow, what a series of unfortunate events.
Big buck. Stop it all.
Of course not, Matt. I don't mean to make fun of you, Matt, but that's not exactly the hottest take. If you already proven in your cup of coffee last year that you can't hit big league pitching, and then you get a chance in spring to impress and you go 1 for 23, yeah. And you're not really known for being a good glove guy. Why would he be on the team? Well, there's one reason why he would, and that's if the Orioles continue to drop like flies with injuries. I would say right now the best candidate to make the roster in place of Gunnar Henderson, with Holiday maybe moving to short, Arias playing every day third, Westburg at second. You still need another guy to come up on the infield. Probably going to be Luis Vasquez at this point, although Livan Soto is also making a case. If Gunnar's not ready. Again, the thing with Mayo is that this isn't the first time where he's giving an opportunity to showcase something to make it to the top level. And that's I've seen all the box scores. I've looked at the stats of all the levels of play he's been at, and all he does is crush it. But and you know, you're facing in some of these spring training games. You're not always facing Paul Skeens. Mayo's had chances against guys that aren't even going to be big leaguers for the opponents we've been playing, and he still can't have good at-bats. It's tough to watch, man. It really is. Well, Riley Green is thankfully, mercifully out of the game with a 3-for-3 night. And we've got Lee at the plate. And Brandon Young, the Oriole right-hander, again, probably next in line should another starting pitcher go down. Which is why I feel Mike Elias needs to get back on the phone and start looking around at some trades. Here's a bit of a Baltimore chop that's going to slowly roll along the third base line. Too slow for anybody to do anything except put it in their pocket. It's a swinging bunt single down the third base line for Lee. And once again, the Tigers have the leadoff man on base. And that'll bring up a fellow by the name of Andrew Navigato. Justin Henry Malloy to follow. Navigato. Isn't this like an app you use to get GPS in your car? Who here uses Navigato when they're going on road trips? Thank you, folks. I'll be here all week. This pitch is low to Navigato. Mateo will not be back ready for opening day. Eventually, Mateo would be that guy, but he's not going to be ready for opening day. I mean, he hasn't even sniffed any sort of competitive action. He's doing his drills. He's taken some BP, I believe, but he's not at the point yet where he's even playing like, exhibition games like this. It's going to take a little while, maybe late April. Well, Michael, that's what I was just debating out loud was that between Luis Vasquez and Livan Soto, if Gunnar Henderson is injured to begin the season, one of those two guys is going to take the spot. I put my money on Vasquez. This ball's hit hard to right field by Navigado, up and over the wall. Another home run given up by Oriole pitching tonight, and the Tigers now lead this one 11-4. 11 unanswered runs by the Tigers. My God, if this were a regular season game, the earmuff 8th inning would probably be extended to begin in the 7th. This is ugly. Another opposite field shot as well. So Kramer gives up 3 long balls. Young is coming in and giving up a long ball on pitch number 7. And what else? Reinhardt, I believe, gave up a home run too. So that's 5 home runs tonight. Let me count them up. Torres, Torkelson, Navigado. Okay, they only hit 4. My bad. Malloy at the plate, 0 for 1. Takes low and in on a changeup from Brandon Young. And that works the count to 3-0. Good God. I need another lucky. Are you kidding me? Hey, the sun's coming up. And that ball's lined on a 3-0 pitch into left field, a base hit. Malloy jumping on a 3-0 pitch. And the Tigers are beating us up right now. This is a beatdown. I mean, it's time to start hitting all the negative buttons here.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
This being Baltimore and all.
This is great iced tea.
Brissino at the plate. Who's this guy? I don't know, but he pops a foul, left field foul line, out of play. This is, what's your first name, buddy? Josue, Josue, Josue Brissino. He's taking over the DH spot for Spencer Torkelson, so be happy, Oriole fans. Torkelson's night is over after going 3 for 3, including a pair of home runs. I got you 2 tickets to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Just pretend that wherever you are, that's the place to be. It doesn't matter if she comes, stays, lays, or prays, as long as your toes are tapping. Hey, I thought I'd come over and help you with your math homework on such a hot day. Here's ball 4. Jeez, come on! Come on! Jace Young's up. Still nobody out in this inning. It's just been a carousel out there for the Tigers. Here's a pitch off the plate to Jace Young. Walked his first time up. God. Again, just nibbling. A little bit low, a little bit inside. Now 2-0 behind on Young. It's a single game, Matt, but they've decided to make it last as long as a doubleheader. So that's why there may be some confusion. Here's a check swing and a miss. 2-1. I even wore my best Orioles orange shirt for this one. That pitch is called a strike. Finally, we get a call on the edge somewhere. 2-2 on Jace Young. First and second, nobody out. Runs are in again. I mean, what are we looking at here? Up and away, full count. The Tigers have scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They were kind enough to give us an inning off and not score in the third. They put up 5 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and now 2 already in the sixth with nobody out and 2 men on base. Payoff pitch to Young. Swung on and missed. Sit down. Good Lord.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Where'd they get this guy? I never heard of these guys. This guy here is dead. Well, then cross him off the list. Here's Dylan Dingler. Takes low and outside, ball 1. Hey, what do you know? An Oriole pitcher falling behind a Tiger batter. You can almost set your watch to it. I need a break. As soon as this inning's over, I got to get up and walk around. I need a little circulation. You feel me? Low and away again, 2-0. Of course, these innings, when the Orioles are pitching, seem to last about a half an hour. First and second, 1 out. 2 runs already in. The Tigers are making this a laugher here. Pitch. That is in on the hands and fouled straight back, 2-1. Dingler got jammed. You know, you never want to get your Dingler jammed. I'm telling you right now, folks, especially if you work like in a factory setting, you know, you got those industrial machines and stuff. Be careful with your Dingler. Here's a swing and a miss. 2-2. A public service announcement from the BirdWatcher. Folks, have you hit that like button yet? And by the way, when you hit that like button, you're not indicating to the world that you like what you're seeing right now, which is the Orioles getting their butts kicked. No, it's just simply that you like the content, you like what we're doing over here, and you'd like to see more of it. You'd like to see the channel grow. Well, it will grow with help, with a little gesture like tapping that like button. Much appreciated, folks. Dylan Dingler's got a 2-2 count. Brandon Young has already thrown 28 pitches in his first inning of work. He's only gotten 1 out on 28 pitches. Make it 29 as this one's fouled over by the Orioles dugout. Good Lord, man. I mean, we took, what, about 3-4 days without a game off? I've been anticipating getting back into the swing. But this has been like I said, the first half inning, great. Since then, this ball is lifted into center field. Gordon backing up and just in front of the track, about 390 feet away, makes the catch. Runner at second will go to third. First and third now, 2 down for the Tigers. And hopefully this next guy will get a quick out because I need a... Are they making a pitching change? If so, what's going on out there? Here comes that kid Clark playing center field as a replacement. He already has a sac fly in the previous inning. And he takes a called strike from Young. Hey, a first pitch strike. What a novel concept. We should try that more. 0-1. Lined, and a nice stop by Holiday at second. Pops up and throws to first in time. Folks, it's been an ugly, hour and a half. But Jackson Holiday did make a nice play here to save another run from scoring. Going to ground, popping up after spinning, and an accurate throw to second to end the inning. We go to the 7th. Tigers 11, Orioles 4, and BW needs to take a walk. Be right back. Good evening. Boy. Do you guys, if you were here at the beginning when we were up 4-0, do you guys remember, like, after that half inning where I joked about saying, well, that'll do it for me. This has been the Birdwatcher, and I'll chirp at you later, like I'm signing off? I guess I should have. I didn't realize that little joke probably was actually the best idea. I could have sat here, watched the Orioles go up 4-0, and then walked away thinking everything was great. We have some young men acting silly. Nick Gordon's 0 for 2. First pitch, Casey Mize is out there for his third inning of work. He's only had to throw 25 pitches to get to the first two. And he's ahead of Gordon 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on a pitch low and in. Casey Mize has looked good. Again, this guy, he's got some pedigree to him, and he's sort of not really lived up to his projections. But again, at his age, I think he's only about, 27? He broke in when he was about 23. He's got time to still become a really good pitcher. And there's a swing and a miss. Gordon down on strikes. Got to run to the store for Mom. All right. Hey, run there for me and pick me up a pack of Luckies, Michael. Pack of Luckies. Maybe a pack of some PBR or a Sixer. That'll work. Fourth strikeout for Mize as he gets Nick Gordon to strike out. So he struck out 4 of the 6 outs he's recorded. Yeah, Mike, I went over the whole schedule. Who do we play Saturday? You're talking about tomorrow, right? The Phillies? Yes. Early start, which means it's going to be like 11:50 p.m. locally for me tonight. Here's a line drive by Soto right at the second baseman for the second out here in the top of the 7th. So that means, folks, if you see me wearing the same clothing for the next game, which for you will be tomorrow, it's still the same day for me, all right? So I don't want to hear any static from the Charm City chat talking about, yo, why are you wearing yesterday's clothes? Because they're still today's clothes for me. Capiche? All right, Jackson Holiday. Can we get something out of this? 2 out, nobody on. Big cut and a miss. 0-2 on Holiday. Casey Mize looks great. I mean, is this dude already locked into the Tiger rotation? He should be. If he's not, hey, Mike, call up the Tigers. We need an arm. 0-2 to Holiday. Big cut and a miss. Man, I tell you what, the Orioles, one thing I've noticed is that they'll get on 2 strikes and they'll still take this giant swing at a pitch like they're in a 3-1 count when really when you get to 2 strikes, you want to make hard, solid contact and hit the tar out of the baseball, but 2 strikes, protect. Just make sure you get a piece. You know, maybe not swing for the fences and just try to make contact, you know? You put the ball in play, things happen. Jackson, you got speed. Come on, dude. That's not a good approach, man. And you're not the only one tonight I've seen do it. We gotta talk about that. With 2 strikes, you can't continue to swing like it's first pitch or 2-0, 3-1, where you just go up there thinking, all right, I'm gonna get this pitch in this spot, and I'm gonna just wind up and crank it. Well, you can't do that with 2 strikes, man. You can't. This isn't rocket science. Come on, people. Hey, it's 7th inning stretch time. You know what that means. I'm going to put some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Thank God is right. Although I'm more of a city guy myself, but that's all right. Hey, folks, over 56, or over 56. 56 is the number. But we're over the 50 threshold on likes tonight. That's good. 25 people watching right now. I'm sure that number was much higher when this wasn't a blowout. So understandable that the crowd is going to be dwindling from here on out. So maybe we can get to 60. Just in case you haven't hit that like button, if you don't mind. If you're brand new, subscribe. The reason the Orioles are doing poorly tonight is because you haven't subscribed yet. It's your fault. And it's easy and it's free. Brandon Young out for another inning of work, and he's fallen behind quickly to McGonigal, 2-0. Excuse me, 2-1 now. And now we're going to get another ball strike challenge. Home plate umpire called this pitch ball 3. The catcher immediately wants a challenge. Catching right now is Banuelos, Basayo out of the game. And that is indeed a strike. So the Orioles, for the second time tonight, use the challenge system to their benefit. The first time they did it, I mean, honestly, if they didn't use that challenge system the first time, the inning would have ended with the Orioles up 1-0, and we'd be looking at an 11-1 game right now. And we wouldn't have had that great Basayo 3-run triple. So thank goodness for this challenge system, giving us at least a small window of time where we could have enjoyed tonight's game. 2-2 pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles scored the first 4 runs. The Tigers have scored the following 11. 11-4 Detroit. Helped out by 4 home runs, 3 of them given up by Dean Kramer. 2-2 is low and outside, full count. Bop, 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 bop. You know what? And I was going to even say after that Basayo hit, let's get a super chat in here. I knew it. I should have taken advantage of everybody's positivity and planted a super chat seed. But now, my goodness, you guys need a refund after how this game's gone. A free website, and you need a refund. By the way, did you know, do you guys follow English soccer at all, the Premier League? Were you aware that in global football, at least in England, that if a team has a really bad game, they refund their fans their ticket price. Pretty crazy, huh? It's like the team basically says, we know we played really bad, and you don't deserve it. Here's your money back. Don't you feel like that should be put into place for some American sports? I mean, let's say you go to an NBA game and your team's up by 15 in the fourth quarter and somehow you blow it. Don't you want your money back? Don't you feel, I don't know. You blew it. Jones at the plate, and on a 1-1 pitch, he fouls it just under the crouch of the catcher for strike 2. Carrie Graham is here tonight, and we can confirm that by Carrie's Charm City chat message. Here tonight. Swing and a miss. Hey, that's a strikeout, folks. Positive.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
By the way, I just realized the scoreboard on our screen were it does say 11-4 now. It was saying 10-4 until just a moment ago. It took a while for it to catch up. Here is Lee up for the second time tonight. 0 for 1, I think. No, he is 1 for 1. I apologize. Lee has a base hit and a run scored. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. Tigers 11, Orioles 4. Pitch. It's in there for a strike, 1-2. 46 pitches from Brandon Young since coming on. These Oriole pitching lines are not impressive. Kramer, 3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks. Reinhardt pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and a walk. Bautista, 1 inning, 2 hits, and a walk, gave up a run. Brandon Young comes in, looking to get the final out here to make it 2 innings. So far, inning and 2/3, 3 hits, a walk, 2 earned runs. That puts Kramer's ERA currently at 9. Reinhardt's ERA currently at 9. Bautista's at 4.5. And Young currently at a flat 6. These are not pretty numbers, folks. Here's a chopper over to third on a big bounce. Over to first in time. Inning over. We go to the 8th. Baltimore needs a big rally. And who knows, folks? All it takes is for one of these Tiger arms out of the bullpen to come in. Just some inexperienced, over-his-head guy. Yeah, can you believe they have... I'm looking at this right now. They have betting odds. They have win probability statistics for a spring training game. And again, that counteracts the point I was just about to make. And in games like this, it's never over. Because all it takes is one awful pitcher that whoever it is, the manager is going to leave out there for, try to pitch an inning. So even if they gave up 5 straight hits, whatever, a guy like that could come out. You don't know. We'll see. That's all we can hope for, though. A really bad Tiger pitcher comes out and pitches one of the last 2 innings. Kramer's a bum, and to me, always has been. Trade him. Well, Slicer, if you're to pick up the phone and try to make a trade, is that the sales pitch you're giving? Hey, we've got this bum, and he's always been a bum. What would you like to give us for him? Yeah, I don't know, Slicer, if you're really building up his value for trade. I think Kramer's an okay back of the rotation guy. I think he's okay. I don't think he's stellar, but most back end of the rotation guys aren't. That's why they're in the back end of the rotation. Based on our current list of starting pitching arms, particularly with Grayson now not ready for opening day, you're going to have to stick with him, man. It's been a bad outing, but he's probably got 3-4 more appearances before opening day to work things out. Foley, a right-hander on. Jason Foley, 69 appearances, 60 innings last season, 3.15 ERA with the Tigers. So this is one of their good major league relievers. Here's a one-hop grounder to first. And Malloy playing there will beat the batter to the bag for out number 1 here in the 8th. I didn't even see who was up. Who was that at the plate? I'll let you know as soon as I see the next guy up. All right, so T.T. Bowens is up. That was Taron Vavra. Taron Vavra with the ground out. T.T. Bowens at the plate. He looks at a called strike on the outside edge. The Orioles look like this right now defensively. The Mayo Machine is in for Holiday at second. Vavra is in for Urias at third. Bowens at the plate right now will take over at first base for Ryan O'Hearn. Bowen swings and misses to make it 0-2. Kjerstad is still in the game in right field. Mayo still the DH. Daz Cameron has replaced Dylan Carlson in left. David Banuelos behind the plate in place of Basayo. Is it Jason Adam? He's in center field taking over for Nick Gordon. And finally, is it Jeremiah Jackson? Jay Jackson? He's at shortstop for Levon Soto. There have been a ton of other moves for the Tigers as well. First, a 1-2 pitch to Bowens. And that looked pretty close. Borderline pitch goes Bowens' way. Now 2-2. McGonigal came in, replaced Sweeney at short. Jahmai Jones replaced Riley Green and moved from left field to right. Lee came in and replaced Torres at second. Navigado replaced. There's a called strike 3 to Bowens. He goes down. 2 away, nobody on top of the 8th. Navigado replaced Carpenter. Malloy replaced Keith. Brasino replaced Torkelson. Young replaced McKinstry. Thomas Nido is now doing the catching for Dylan Dingler. And the kid Clark out in center field for the starter Creedler. The Orioles have used 4 pitchers so far tonight. The Tigers are on pitcher number 5. And Kjerstad still in the game. Up there swinging. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Folks. 0-1 on Silent J. Off the plate, 1-1. Change up by Foley. Blue Jays ahead of the Yankees 5-3 in the top of the 6th. In this hot, early March pennant race. That pitch just misses. 2-1 on Kjerstad. Scratch that. Yeah, it's 2-1. Come on, scoreboard. Keep up with me. Oh, Mark, it's not about that. It's not about letting down, Mark. It's just simply about regrouping after this game, going over the things that went wrong, and addressing them. That's what the spring is for. Like Dean Kramer, obviously, there's some things to address, right? Got probably 4 days until he goes back out there. Here's a little looper into left center field for a base hit by Kjerstad, his second hit of the ball game. All right, again, you take the little positive things you can get out of spring. Second time tonight that Kjerstad has gone to the opposite field, and you like to see that. Can we get a 2-out rally going? Not going to be easy. Here's Hanley on the pinch hit. So he replaces who? Hanley replacing Kobe Mayo as DH. So Mayo not given a chance to swing the bat one more time tonight. He finishes 0 for 3. However, Mayo did score a run. He reached on that fielder's choice and scored on the Basayo triple. 0-2 the count on Hanley. 2 down, runner at first. 11-4 Detroit. That pitch looked pretty good from Foley on a slider. Doesn't get the call. Although I do have to admit, folks, there is a very acute angle. This outfield camera is not lined up directly behind the mound to the plate. We're on a pretty substantial angle here. Such so that the shortstop and or the second base umpire. What happened here? I guess there was a strikeout. Kjerstad took off with the pitch, but it's a strikeout to win the inning anyway. All right, the Orioles fail to score again. They haven't done it since the first inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Detroit 11, Baltimore 4. Let's hurry up and wrap this crap up. My goodness. Remember, folks, this is spring training BW talking. In the regular season, I don't care if we're down by 20 runs. I don't give up. I'll get mad. I'll use the earmuff 8th inning to its fullest potential, but I don't give up. But it's spring, and getting kind of hungry, and the sun's up, and kind of want to give up. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm wondering, Matt, the next round of cuts, I would assume, are going to be coming up in the next couple of days. We had the first round of cuts about a week ago. That's when Bradfield and Beavers and Fabian, a couple of other guys that we wanted to take a look at, they all got sent to their respective minor league camps. But there should be another round of cuts coming here in the next day or two. And I would imagine a lot of the names you see on the scorecard today aren't going to make the cut. Your T.T. Bowens, your Barrettos, your Hanleys, your Adams, your Jackson. I think Machine has deserved a chance to stick around before the next round of cuts. Matter of fact, let me get a button in here for him, just in case he doesn't get a chance to hit tonight. By the way, I watched Up in Smoke. Yeah. I watched Up in Smoke, or at least part of it, last night. Ah, man. That movie is hilarious. All right, new arm on for the Orioles. Get you a name here in a sec. Fellow by the name of Hyde, H-E-I-D, right-hander. Don't know much about him. That's right, I wanted to say Schilling so bad. But then I remembered that's the wrong currency. Navigado hit a home run tonight. Didn't he? Didn't he? Yeah, he did. One of the 4 Tiger home runs. A 2-run shot back in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Hyde with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2 on Navigado. I like a nice Navigado on toast. Two-two pitch. Reached for, fouled back. We'll do it again. Out-of-town scores. Royals defeated the Angels 8-2. The Rays and Twins ended at a 9-9 tie. Dodgers and Mariners start in about 10 minutes. Pitch up and in to Navigado. Pirates edge the Phillies 3-2. Blue Jays with a 5-3 lead going into the bottom of the 6th over the Yankees. Cardinals up 6-4 on the Astros bottom of the 8th. Some cancellations. Brewers and Padres are one of them. And here's ball 4 from Hyde to Navigado. A lead-off walk. Good grief. D-backs and Angels were also canceled. Mets and Nats are tied up 4-4 bottom of the 9th. So if Washington doesn't walk it off, that game will end in a tie. Red Sox all over the Marlins earlier, 20-5. Rangers and Rockies were canceled, as were the Giants and the Reds. And the Cubs and the White Sox. So a lot of games out in the Cactus League getting rained out today. Here's Justin Henry Malloy. Runner at first, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th. And I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And I'm going to be back on tonight. Like, when am I sleeping? And I don't work for nobody but you, eh? Malloy is 1 for 2 since entering the ball game. Takes high, 2 balls and a strike. Folks, we need some good positive vibes going our way here soon. There's too many concerns, and they're mounting as this pitch is fouled straight back to the screen. Obviously, Gunnar Henderson, we want him ready for opening day. If he's not, that is a major, it's the biggest impact on our lineup. Which, if we're going to win games by outscoring the opponent and not necessarily outpitching them, then you can ill afford to lose a bat like that for very long. Now you got the Grayson Rodriguez news, which, again, you can say our starting pitching rotation doesn't really hold a candle to a lot of the other competitive teams out there. Well, whether you like it or you don't want Grayson out of the mix, but he's going to begin the season. For how long, we don't know. It does open up a pathway for Cade Povich to start the season in the rotation, and based on the way he's looked so far this spring, it's going to be exciting to have him in that rotation. You just don't want it to be for this reason. Tyler O'Neill dealing with a sore rib cage day-to-day. How many day-to-day soreness issues with the very muscular Tyler O'Neill are we going to be facing during the regular season? We know this guy's MO. We know his reputation. It's not easy for him to stay healthy. And of all the maneuvers the Orioles have made during the winter, I understand why they wanted O'Neill over Santander, because I feel like it gives Heston Kjerstad more chances to play. Because Tony is certainly an everyday player, whereas O'Neill, I feel like you can afford to sit him against right-handed pitching maybe once or twice a week and give Kjerstad that at bat with a left-handed outfield of Cowser, Mullins, and Kjerstad. O'Neill can come in and pinch hit as soon as they go to a lefty or whatever. And he's still going to make starts against right-handers most of the time. But if we're talking about a guy that's got an injury track record of knocks and niggles, and you want to try to avoid those, it's probably best to give him a couple days off a week and just build him right into the schedule. Why is this asking me to change something on my computer? No, I don't want to change anything. Brissino at the plate with a full count, first and second, nobody out. And this game is already seemingly out of reach. He fouls this pitch away. We'll do it again. We got to get these boys healthy. Let me bring you some positive news to try and lift the mood up. First of all, there's a called strike 3. First out of the inning. First and second still for the Tigers in the bottom of the 8th, leading at 11-4. Hyde had to throw 20 pitches to finally get the first out after ending the ball game. So here's some positive stuff. First of all, Adley Rutschman looks completely back to top-notch Adley Rutschman. He's hitting just under 500 on the spring. He's taken the ball to all fields. He looks great. He looks great. And if we've got that version of Adley back, I'm telling you, we're more like a team from 2023 that won 101 games than we are a team that won 91 in 2024. I feel that strongly about the impact a healthy, productive Adley Rutschman has versus the version of him we got in the second half of last season. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Jace Young. It's popped up, shallow center field. Sorry, this is on the infield. The cameraman had us look at the center fielder for no reason, as that ball was barely past the pitching mound on the infield for the second out of the inning, an infield pop-up. Knocks and niggles. Yep. Those are minor injuries. Things that keep you day to day. Knocks and niggles. Little minor injuries. Little things. A hangnail here. A little lower back pain there. It's the sort of terminology you don't use for things like, I don't know, broken leg or, torn elbow. No, it's for the minor stuff. Here's the 0-2 pitch, up and in. Little chin music for Nito. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's get 60 likes. Why not? The pitch. Swung on and missed. Inning over. So Hyde comes in and pitches a scoreless inning. His ERA, that drops his spring ERA, folks, to 21.00. That's right, folks. Before that scoreless inning he just pitched, his ERA was closer to 30. Now he's down to 21. My goodness. On to the 9th. Baltimore. One last shot to do something to feel positive about. I don't think we're coming back, but maybe somebody can do something to leave us with a positive feeling here. Daz Cameron, David Banuelos, and Jason Adam should be the next 3 batters to start the 9th. Jordan Adams, not Jason Adams. So once again, tomorrow, folks, the Orioles will be playing the Philadelphia Phillies. That game is early. It's just afternoon first pitch, like 12:05 p.m. first pitch. So I will be on the air at about 11:50 a.m. That's right. A chance to be on the air in the a.m. And in fact, for a 10-minute window, if you're on the East Coast, you and I will be sharing the same day for just 10 minutes. Right up until noon for you / midnight for me. So, again, early Sunday. I don't know what your Sunday routine is. If you go to a place of worship, go early. Get back home. If you got plans to go out, make them later. It's an early start. You can still do a lot after 2:30 or so. It's preseason, man. Didn't you get the memo? All right, we're in the 9th. Dylan Carlson, who has been in the ball game the entire time. Sean Gunter, 17 appearances for the big club last season, and he was quite effective with an ERA of 0.86. Left-hander gets ahead 0-1 on Carlson, batting from the right-hand side. Oh, no, he's not. That is not Carlson. Okay, so Machine is on. I apologize. I'm relying on the information on the screen. They've updated it now. Guess who's up, folks? Our favorite Cheech and Chong hitter.
I'm just a love machine.
Base
and
hit.
I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just...
It's a base hit for the love machine. This is all I wanted to hang out for 2.5 hours of awful baseball. Just a chance to see Machine do it again.
I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just...
All right. Banuelos at the plate. Called strike. Knee high, middle of the plate. The 0-1 fouled away off to the left, 0-2. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the ninth. The Orioles down by a touchdown. Show of hands in the Charm City chat, even though we're probably down to like 4 people watching in this blowout that's about to be over. Who's going to be here for the Phillies game tomorrow? Anyone? Surely one of you will confirm, or else I'll be devastated. 1-2 on Banuelos. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, a week from tomorrow, the spring breakout matchup between the Orioles' top prospects against the Yankees' top prospects, that's going to be must-see stuff. Here's a line drive base hit in the opposite field by Banuelos. And don't look now, but the Orioles have the first 2 men on here in the ninth. I told you, folks, all it takes is one bad pitcher, and if Gunnar doesn't have it tonight, Baltimore can make this interesting really quick. Daz Cameron coming up. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch. Outside, ball 1. Okay. We'll keep the bugle rested till we get another base runner or 2 up here. This pitch is inside. They called that a strike? Wait, do we have a challenge left? That was hot garbage. The catcher had to move his arm. Are you kidding me? That was so not a strike. That was the worst call of the night. All right, now was that not inside, Blue? Because that nearly hit him. Okay, thank you. 2 balls, 1 strike on Daz Cameron. First and second, nobody out. Top of the ninth. Baltimore has not scored since the first. Swing and a miss, if not a foul tip. Catcher held onto it. Either way, that's strike 2. Two and 2 on Cameron. The pitch. Low. Full count. All right, I'll do it now. I can't help it. We need it. Payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit center field. The line keeps on moving. Hold everybody. Bases loaded. Nobody out, folks. A 7-inning rally has to start somewhere, and this is pretty good. 3 base runners down, 4 more to go. No outs left. Here comes Livan Soto. And he's been swinging a hot bat in the spring. He takes a cut and a miss here on the first pitch. Gunnar, according to the Tiger broadcast team, is a ground ball pitcher. And there's a call strike that looked pretty questionable to me. That's 0-2. Obviously, that would be the worst situation. We want to try to line this ball over the infield if we can. You got a very slow runner at second in Banuelos. 1-2 the count on Jordan Adams. Pitch. Takes low and outside. 2-2. Folks. Muy interesante. Muy interesante. Next pitch from Gunnar will be the 20th of the inning without having recorded an out yet. Here it comes. This one's hit in the center. Backing up. Still backing up. And over the head of the center fielder. It drops in at the wall. At least 2 runs will score. What do we got? 3 runs are in. It's a base clearing double for Jordan Adams. Make it 11-7. Come on, folks. What did I say? What did I say? In a regular season game, a rally like this is about a 1 in a million shot. But in spring training, all it takes is just one scrub arm to come out there and crap the bed. Maybe this is the guy. All right, second and third, still nobody out. And here's a foul tip at the plate by Daz Cameron. No, that's Cameron at third. Who's at the plate? Jeremiah Jackson at the plate. I mean, we're scraping the barrel here, but maybe these fringe guys can get something done. And Jackson wants to do a challenge. He tapped his helmet, but I don't think the Orioles have a challenge left to try. 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, and that was well picked at first. First baseman playing well off the bag on an otherwise wide open right side of the infield, but that's right where it was hit to. Malloy takes it to the bag for the out, but it's an RBI ground out. Put another run on the board for Baltimore. It's 11-7 with a runner at third base and 1 out. And if we get this guy in with a sac fly or something, yeah, there's 2 out in the 9th, but it makes it 11-8, and suddenly it's not such a blowout anymore. Taron Vavra at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch. 11-7. Or if you want to read it left to right, 7-11, which is where I'm going as soon as this ball game is over. Vavra takes low. It's a ball and a strike. Not sure why the scoreboard hasn't updated on the main screen up at the top. Still says 11-6. Here's a check swing. And boy, these spring training cameramen and editing team in the booth, not very good at cutting away to the first and third base umpires for these check swing appeal calls, because once again we missed it. 1-2 the count on Vavra. Pitch. Hit on the ground. First base side. Foul. Still 1-2. Well, it's just good for the team to just put a few more runs up. I mean, you put 4 runs up in the first and then you get shut out the rest of the way. You don't want to see that. There's a call at strike 3. Belt high. Vavra frozen. And that's tough because, again, he had a chance to drive in a run without the benefit of a hit. Now it's going to take a 2-out hit to keep this game going. And we're going to have a pitching change. The Tigers are going to the bullpen for some reason. They get one more out. Are you serious? GD, are you effing with me? Sorry, my bad Santa coming out. 7-Eleven. I might have to go in here and check out, have we done anything in terms of, probably not. Springs are tough, folks. Springs are tough. Tonight, we have added 2 new subscribers. That's 2 more than when the game started. Fingers crossed they remain subscribers. You want an earmuff 9th? Hey, why the hell not? Let me, I mean, honestly, if you guys have been dedicated fans enough to be around for this whole ball game and the way it's gone, yeah, go for it. Let's practice. Folks, it's the earmuff 9th inning, normally the 8th. Say what you want to say. Get it all out.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
If you got kids, put on the earmuffs. It's adult time. It's adult time, all right? Let me start things off by saying, I don't know. Dean Kramer, 3 fucking home runs? 3? T.T. Bowen's at the plate. Lee on the pitch. Right-hander, number 65. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Runner at third. Excuse me, that was ball 2-0. Runner at third, 2 down in the 9th. And that ball is a 1-hopper to third. Should end the ball game. Throw across the diamond is in time, and that's it. The Orioles get a few runs in the 9th to make it slightly interesting and make it a little bit more of a respectable final score. But this game had 3 chapters. Chapter 1 was a 4-0 Orioles lead after the first frame of the ball game. Chapter 2 was the Tigers then going on to score 11 unanswered runs from the bottom of the first all the way up until the late innings. And then Chapter 3, a 3-spot put up by the Orioles in the 9th, once again, to make things a little more respectable. But there were some concerns with this outing today, particularly Dean Kramer giving up 3 home runs. That is not something you want to see. Kobe Mayo, I mean, it's just time to send him to somewhere for instructional purposes, honestly. I can't think that this is helping his confidence, and I think the confidence is I mean, we know this dude can mash. We know it is. It's got to be a mental thing. But unfortunately, there have been cases in the history of baseball with guys with unbelievable talent on the cusp of becoming big leaguers. They get that opportunity, and they just can't hack it under the biggest lights. You know, you don't want that to be the case for Mayo. But my goodness, when you look at the stats he puts up when it's just some minor league games without anything on, major on the line versus, again, his time up with the team last year and in spring here where he's got a chance to make an impression and try and give the team a tough decision to make in terms of, even if we don't roster him for opening day, it might speed up the process of looking to trade away a Ryan Mountcastle or something like that as Mayo attempts to integrate himself into the team. But honestly, it's just been really tough to watch this guy at the plate. And he can't really field to give you that added dimension to his game, So what do we got him for? Speed? I don't think so. This guy's up here to rake, and he cannot make contact. Forgive me for the rant. Other news, Jackson Holliday, he went 1 for 4 today. You know, it wasn't exactly like, oh my God, he went 1 for 4 and had a base hit. Like, no, but he's looking good. He's making pretty good contact, especially the first couple of at-bats tonight. Of course, Sammy Basayo with the big hit of the night for the Orioles. And I don't know how much longer we're going to keep him with the team. I'm going to think, again, it's going to be through next weekend when we have that prospects game. Although I don't think you have to be on the spring training squad in order to participate. In fact, I think that's exactly what happens. Like other guys like Bradfield Jr., Beavers, Fabian, they'll probably be brought back to play that game against the Yankees about, 8 days from now? A week from tomorrow. Otherwise, yeah, Felix Bautista made a second outing of the spring. It did not go nearly as smoothly as the first. He gave up a couple of hits and a walk. Gave up an earned run. Did strike out a batter. But not the best we've seen from the mountain. I wouldn't get too worried about it. But I also feel like maybe for him, even though we're trying to ease him back in, what was the last time he pitched? Was it like Monday? And now it's... So he's had 3 full days off, or has it been 4? I don't know, but I think maybe wait just 2 days off and then bring him back in for like, what would that be, Monday? Let's try to get him back out there for Monday. Brandon Young, again, if he's the extra arm right now in the depth chart with Trevor Rogers currently injured, Chase McDermott currently injured, now Grayson Rodriguez is on the shelf. So, yeah, there is not much depth beyond the starting pitching we have with the big club if Cade Povich is going to start the season there. You look at the minors, and Brandon Young is probably the next guy off of the line. Oh, yeah, by the way, for an earmuff ninth, nobody decided to say one fucking bad word? This is some bullshit. You mean to tell me I give you the fucking opportunity to say whatever the fuck? All right, now I'm just cursing for no reason. Now it takes away the purpose of it all. It really is just to get your frustrations out, you know, in a nice organic way. It's really hard to vocalize frustration without dropping a few 4-letter words, isn't it? All right, so once again, the next game tomorrow is against the Phillies. Again, early start, just after noon, first pitch. So I'll be on the air at 11:50 a.m. Let me see if I can find the pitching matchup for this, and then we'll get out of here, okay? Believe me, I want to go. Ah, my God. There's the headline on MLB.com. Starter Rodriguez, reliever Kittredge will open 2025 on the injured list. Jeez Louise. Not fun. I don't think I'm taking a nap, Matt. I woke up like 4:45 a.m., so I went to bed last night about 10. I got nearly 7 hours of sleep. I'm up for the day. But I will take a nap later before I call a game later tonight. Again, Orioles, Phillies. Where is it? Wait a minute. Wait, did I get this wrong? I did get this wrong. That is not until Sunday. Oh, my God. And I even have it on the screen as saying Phillies tomorrow, don't I? Oh, my God. I am so stupid. Folks. I mean, there were people here earlier that had me tell them that, and that's probably what they're going with, and I gave them the wrong information. Tomorrow's game is not televised. We're playing the Rays. Nobody's covering it, okay? The Philly game is in 2 days. All right, so that would be Sunday early afternoon. I'm sorry, folks. I stink. But I actually do need that day off between now and then, so I'm a little bit, like, secretly happy about the whole thing. But I wish I didn't tell you the wrong thing, because who knows how that's going to affect turnout. But yes, let me go right in here live and fix this text bar while I'm looking at it. Is Sunday. All I got to do is change the word tomorrow to Sunday. And everything still applies. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Anybody got anything they want to get off their chest before we wrap things up? I don't think so. There's probably only a few people here. A dozen people still hanging. One more for the like. Folks, if you've got a second account, just log in there for a second. Get that thing up to a nice round 60. That would make your boy happy. And I'll be back later tonight for me. Tomorrow, early afternoon for you. No, not. God. On Sunday. Ah! All right. So tonight, I can just sleep like normal. And then tomorrow, I figure out how to call a game that starts at midnight. All right. I got this. I got this. This is easy. Right. Okay. Until then, hey, let me do one more thing. There could be somebody on right now streaming, a buddy, and I could maybe redirect you over there. It's something I haven't really been trying to do much, but I need to get into the habit of. Nothing's live. Nothing's live. I see Fitzy's got a hockey game coming up later. I see JJ's doing a Phillies Blue Jays game, but that's not going on. So I tried. All right. That's going to do it for me, folks. Sorry for the blowout / comeback / never really had a chance to come back, but whatever. Game. We should see Jordan Westburg back in the lineup tomorrow. Again, it won't be on this channel, but check your Twitter or what have you. Look at the lineup. Westburg should be back in there. I think that covers everything. All right, folks. Until Sunday. Do I have that right now? Until Sunday, noon. Come here 10 minutes before noon, okay? I'll be back. I hope you have a good start to your weekend, okay? Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I will indeed chirp at you later. Have a good evening, everybody.